Lymphatic reset is a really simple treatment. It could be done in two colors. So first color is yellow. And you can also do absolutely the same treatment for slightly different indication in dark turquoise. So when it is done in yellow, and lymphatic reset, you know this line, this is from Toxic Chapter. So when you do line of endocrine organs, this is line, a line with pupils, and this is from Toxic Chapter. It's in any Toxic Chapter of any Colourpuncture training YouTube. So done in yellow, it can really, and I've seen it many times with people. And so I normally use it not on the first meetings and not as a first line of therapy strategy, but after we've done something, after we've done some body treatments, or even when we've done some conflict resolution treatments. And this conflict resolution treatment, they lifted something, and the person is digesting it all and processing it all, integrating it all, and they need help on a purely body level. At this point, I would give them this reset. I would either do it in yellow or in turquoise, depending on the situation, but it really works like magic. It's almost like you imagine your computer, which is not working. Imagine your internet, which is not quite working. It's working, but it's slow. It's not working. It's like the whole situation is stagnant and irritating and everything. Same thing happened with this treatment, because if you think about it, this line is a major line of, this is a central or blastema line, which connects us with prenatal space, with embryonic development. And so we tap into potential of our organs, as this potential was when we were still in utero. So basically the best of potential in the whole life, because after that, many things could happen to you, and you can lose this ability. But to tap into this absolute best, absolute potential of our functioning on a body level through blastema lines, this is excellent. So this is first. Second, this is a line of major endocrine organs. So we're talking about thalamus, hypothalamus, pituitary, pineal, and there is there are many points here which are just really sort of support the entire body from many different angles. So reset line in yellow, excellent as your everyday treatment. For example, basic toxic you can do every day, many things you can do every day. A reset line is not something that you do every day. This is something that you do, say, once a month, or when you are giving somebody a conflict resolution sequence, for example, you do it after maybe 3 treatments, maybe after 4 treatments. And it's unmistakable, because several times you do your sessions and, people coming up with all this processing, and one day they come, they're totally overwhelmed. They have so many changes, they have so many insights, they're so happy. And at the same time, they're a little bit lost, because again, we come into the situation when too many events are happening in a relatively short period of time, and we need to react. So at this point, this is excellent. So obviously when we feel tired and so on. So, but yellow color is more on a body level, when we need to support our lymphatic system, so we can deal with stagnation potentially, when we need to strengthen our digestive system, when there is any problem with digestion, and so of course absorption of nutrients, and consequently it affects all body functions, and nervous system. And basically yellow, what I like about yellow is this is a color of the sun in zenith. So it is about achieving our personal zenith. Every time we put yellow on every point, we have these connotations of reaching maximum of potential. This is our sun in zenith. So you need to remember about it every time you do yellow, because it's so simple. And it's such a sort of regular body color, and we see it in many treatments, that we tend to forget this sort of bigger connotation. Turquoise, the same line, reset line, you can do in dark turquoise. And this is more for conditions of what is called melancholy, depression, when people are affected more on a psychological side. So this is light turquoise and dark turquoise, they're colors of the soul. So we're talking about sum totals of our feelings, emotions, memories, experiences, our reaction to experiences, our impulses, our longings, all this when we talk about soul. And so when you do the same reset line in light turquoise, this is a much stronger influence on the whole being, because yellow focuses more on body functioning. This is purely body color. Turquoise is a color of the soul. And so the soul, if you remember from Colourpuncture model, we have body, we have spirit, we have soul, we have the body, and soul is like a mediator between the body and the spirit, and it works both ways. So first, soul is translating almost our individual program, which comes from the spirit, into a body so we can function again at our best. And then at the same time, soul, an active mediator, from our body to our spirit, sending us signals when we need to adjust, for example, our reactions, our behavior, our daily functioning, when we're talking about purely body level. And this is especially important in this problem we are discussing, which is how to support your energy, how to support your well-being, how to support your strength of mind and resolve and everything during difficult situations. So you do this even less frequent than you can do yellow light. So you do this reset definitely not more than once a month, not because this is dangerous or anything. It is not at all. It is really, really nurturing, really, really sort of, soft and loving treatment. But it does lift things which you then need to deal with. Because remember, we have yin and yang in healing. Every time we put the light on, either for somebody else or for ourselves, we're asking body a question and we are lifting something and we're correcting the energy flows in the meridians and in reflex zones in the body. And then what happens, we're coming up with some either straightforward resolution. So for example, every time you put orange, you will feel more energized. Every time you put yellow, you will feel stronger. Every time you put green, for example, you feel more balanced and so on. But at the same time, what is here is also why we are feeling this way, why we are not feeling strong, why we cannot make decisions, why is this, why is that. And those things which we need to act upon in our daily life can come in when we do the cards. So again, this was dark turquoise for reset line. Same treatment, same toxic lymphatic chapter. Any questions, please do ask. This is really straightforward. You can do it with your eyes closed. And of course, this is really great to give it to your patients as well. But as I said, in this framework, it's not an everyday treatment. This is rather reserved for reset. Again, when do you reset your computer? Not every day. But when you feel that there is some stagnation, there is some slowness, or maybe there is overload of operating memory or whatever it is, and then we refresh our windows, because it's a whole thing, and we sort of, this is a reset, this is a reboot, simple. Everything is in the name of the treatment.